4.3 million years ago, life on Earth moved to a rhythm shaped by heat, dust, and survival. In the broad grasslands and scattered river valleys, early humans lived side by side with giant herds of prehistoric buffalo, heavy-bodied, thick-horned, and fiercely protective of their territory. For our ancestors, water was everything. It meant safety, food, and life itself. But water was scarce, and every living creature fought for the right to drink. This is the story of the struggle for the sacred waterlands. Chapter 1. The Land of Hunger and Thirst. The landscape of this era was unpredictable. Long, dry seasons turned grass to brittle yellow blades. Rivers shrank into muddy channels, and the few remaining lakes became battlegrounds of survival. Large herds of buffalo gathered around water. Their size and strength made them formidable, but they were not alone. Early humans, small, upright, cooperative, watched from the ridges and trees. They were not hunters in the sense we understand today. They lacked advanced weapons, strategy, and power. But they carried something greater: patience. They observed the movements of herds, the direction of the wind, and the behavior of predators. They learned to understand the waterlands, not through strength, but through quiet attention. Chapter 2. The Long Wait. The buffalo owned the plains, but they had a weakness. They needed water too. When the sun was at its highest and the heat at its worst, the herd slowed. The smallest and oldest grew tired. This is when early humans approached, not recklessly, but together. They did not hunt by chasing. They hunted by endurance. Slow footsteps, steady tracking, always remaining just far enough to avoid conflict, but close enough to maintain pursuit. Meanwhile, they kept their fires close to the water's edge. The smoke carried a message: this place is ours. Fire did not guarantee safety, but it carved out a space where night did not fully belong to the hunters. Chapter 3. The Buffalo and the Waterlands. The buffalo were not merely prey. They were respected as giants of the plains. They understood territory. They remembered where water lay buried under dry soil. They formed protective circles around calves when danger approached. In many ways, the buffalo were teachers. From them, early humans learned movement, formation, and defense. This was not a world of predator and prey. It was a world of shared struggle. Different species fighting for the same breath, the same shade, the same drop of water. Chapter 4. Survival through unity. The key to survival was cooperation. One human alone could not endure the endless sun. One human alone could not defend water from the night hunters. But together they could. Protect the fire. Watch the horizon for predators. Track buffalo from sunrise to sunset. The hunt was not about conquest. It was about endurance. Staying long enough and moving smart enough to find the moment when the herd faltered. Through these struggles, something fundamental emerged: shared purpose, the roots of community. Closing reflection. The waterlands were more than a resource. They were a stage upon which survival shaped identity. Our ancestors did not dominate the world with power. They survived by learning, adapting, waiting, and standing together. And that is where the story of humanity truly begins. Where thirst forged intelligence. Where danger forged cooperation. Where the buffalo and the early humans shared the same fragile ground. This was life 4.3 million years ago, the struggle for the sacred waterlands.